I think that they're a deep, very talented, loaded team that can score, 40 to 50 points every game. Uh, you know, Putting aside the nightmare that's going on right now because of Zach Smith, somehow Urban Meyer got sucked into it because he lied to the media, and that's his own idiocy, to be honest with you, because he could have been out of this mess completely if he would have just been honest. It really is crazy what lying does for you in the world, but it's a huge distraction not having him there right now and this investigation going on, and the Ohio State people trying to pretend like this isn't happening with their closed practices and no interviews, coaches or players, and no media is allowed anywhere. It's like, it's almost ridiculous what's going on. They've turned it into a compound, and they're absolutely just obviously silent about the whole thing, and it's not going to work. You can be as quiet as you want. The distraction's not going anywhere. The story is not going away. It continues to simmer. And the bottom line is, if that wasn't happening right now, if Urban Meyer didn't have that problem right now, I think Ohio State would basically win the Big Ten and kick everyone's ass. But they do have some tough games, in my opinion. Going to Happy Valley, going to, TCU, that game. I think the game in West Lafayette could be very interesting. I mean, this is going to be the biggest game Purdue's played at Ross-Ade in 20 years. Then they play at Michigan State and East Lansing. Ohio State has had their fair share of problems with Michigan State over the years. So that could be a very difficult test in early November for them. And then they have Michigan at the Horseshoe, which I think they'll, as they have in the last decade, they've owned them. I mean, they just keep stomping on their jugular. So I would think they'll beat Michigan again. We'll see in short order. They play Oregon State at home on the 1st at noon, and they'll beat them by 30 at least. And it doesn't matter if Jesus were their head coach that day. I don't think this thing's going to be resolved without him having some kind of slap on the wrist, a suspension, maybe a game or two. I don't think they're going to make him sit for 4 games. I really don't. They don't play enough games in college football to make a guy as powerful as Urban Meyer sit for 4 games. I'd be very surprised if he sits for 4 games. I can see 1 game or something. I don't know what the school's going to do to him. I think they're scared of him. I think they're scared of his money. I think they're scared of his lawyer. I think they're scared of his name, his presence. I mean, he runs the place, and he is Ohio State football. That's just all there is to it. The reason they're so great, in my opinion, is because he's there. And so I don't even think they want to get rid of him at all. So if they get through the drama of that, I think they'll kick everyone's ass. But like I said, trust me, Penn State, Purdue, Michigan State, all very hard games.